Snappers, we are back. The draft is upon us. So welcome back to Mind the Snap, the show where football obsession isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle choice. I'm Ryan. I'm running on caffeine, mock drafts and blind optimism.
And I'm Lee. So Ryan, this is it. This is a season of delusion, destiny and downright chaos. The smoke screens are thick, the number scouts are loud, and every fan base is absolutely convinced this is
probably even the ones. Yeah, or probably even the ones who should probably be focusing on next year's draft.
I think the New York Jets, the 2078 draft will be their year. yeah. I said we won't name names, but you know who you are, Jets.
Hello, Jets. Today, we're diving headfirst into the madness, the storylines, the rises, the blue chip monsters, and the teams one smart move away from greatness. Or one bad pick away from 5 years of pain. Hello, Jets again.
Raiders. Yeah. And this class, it's electric. There's some defensive freaks, some offensive fireworks, and at the very top, there's a quarterback who's separating from the pack like he's running his own race.
Buckle up, let's get into it.
Lights out, lights out. Clock's ticking, clock's ticking. Dreams on the line tonight. Hey. From London streets to Friday Night Live, hey. We've been waiting all year for this fight. Hey. Names on the board, yeah, the pressure's rising. Front office calls, you can feel the silence. Every pick a change, your franchise fade. One wrong move and it's years too late. From the trenches to the skill positions, future legends, snap decisions. Hope in a jersey, stitch up tight. This is where stars are born tonight. Hold your breath now. The clock's winding down. This is the moment. Turn it up loud. This is draft night. Feel the snap. Evergreen about to hit like that. From the first pick shock to the late round steal. You don't guess this game, you feel what's real. Mind the snap. We bring the fire. Hot takes higher and higher and higher. From the UK to the league worldwide. Yeah, we're locked in now. It's draft my pride.
So alright then, before we go full draft chaos, we thought we'd do something very important.
Yeah, because every year we say the draft this, the draft that, and there's definitely people listening going,
What on earth are those two on about?
so, nice and simple, what is the NFL draft?
So the draft is basically how NFL teams bring new players into the league, primarily from college football in the US.
Every year, all 32 teams take turns picking players over 7 rounds.
And the order is based on how bad you were last season.
Which means if your team was terrible, congratulations, you get the first pick. Raiders!
It's the NFL's way of saying, you're struggling, have a generational talent.
Or in some cases, here's a player you'll ruin in 18 months.
Yep, there it is.
So, for UK fans, what's the closest comparison?
So honestly, it's nothing like football transfers, is it?
Yeah, imagine if the Premier League said,
Right, Man City, you've been too good. You get last pick of all transfers.
and Wolves, you get first choice of all the young best players in the world.
No transfer fees, no bidding wars, just, yo, up, who do you want?
Chaos, that would be an absolute chaos.
It would be chaos. You can imagine that, can't you? Yeah. You've got Haaland playing for Burnley.
We'd have him at Norwich.
Yeah, Coventry are going to the Premiership this year, and you get first pick in the window as soon as it opens. Yeah, and with a 2026 first pick, Coventry take Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, it's just chaos. So whilst it's nothing like football at all, it is slightly closer to rugby academies.
Yeah, you're right, man. But even then, imagine if instead of developing your own academy players,
all the best young players in the country got put into a big pool,
and the teams picked them one by one, live on TV.
with fans screaming, crying, and really overreacting to a bunch of 21-year-olds.
Which is exactly what happens.
So why does it matter so much? I mean, the draft is huge because it's the main way that teams can rebuild.
I mean, you can go from the draft, can't you, from awful to playoff contender just by hitting a good few picks.
Or you can stay awful by completely messing it up.
Yeah, which, let's be honest, is probably more common.
Well, look, this year, the Raiders have 213 picks and first pick. There is no guarantee that they'll be any better next year.
No. And for definitely, sorry Jets fans, you won't be either.
Yeah. So there's trades, madness, and strategy.
And here's where it gets even better. Teams can trade picks.
So you'll hear things like, we've traded our first round pick this year and next year, possibly our future. Colts.
Basically, that's what they've done. And then you move up 3 spots.
Or like Gilly's team, trade it all for a player and just vibe the rest of the draft.
Elite strategy, then.
And the draft isn't just picks, it's a full-on event.
I mean, we are talking a massive stage, thousands of fans.
Players sat there waiting, sometimes for hours.
I mean, watching other people get picked ahead of them is absolutely brutal.
And then when their name gets called, it's life-changing.
I mean, it's mega, isn't it, man? 1 minute you're a college player.
The next minute you're in the NFL, signing contracts, changing your family's life, moving from a small town in Iowa to LA to play for the Rams.
Living the dream.
Yep.
I mean, why it is so far. I mean, even if you're new, because even if you don't know the players, it is actually still unreal to watch.
Because every fan thinks that their team has just drafted the next superstar.
And every other fan thinks they've made a terrible mistake.
And both are usually wrong.
Yep, give it 3 years.
Unless you're the Browns.
Yeah, unless you're the Browns.
So to wrap it up, that's the draft. It's a part recruitment system,
Part strategy game.
a lot of emotional rollercoaster.
It's absolute chaos.
I think which is why we love it.
And why next week,
We'll be reacting to all of it.
I'm probably apologising for everything we have said.
So this is where I talk about the Bears getting drafted. So the free agency, they're cooked, done, stick a fork in it. I mean, to be fair, the Bears didn't just sit on their hands. They loaded up with some veteran depth and quietly plugged a few holes. But now we get spicy. Because sitting in the war room, Ryan Pauls and Ben Johnson are staring at a golden opportunity. 7 draft picks, pick number 25 in round 1, and 2 second rounders. So this is where they start to shape that future. This is where they start to look at their veterans who brought them so far last year and bringing in some young blood. So where do the Bears go next and what are their priorities? So I say let's break down the biggest needs. These are what I think on that aspect. I think edge rusher. I think it's now fashionable, isn't it? We know it's everyone wants an elite edge rusher. Everyone's trying to get the next Max Crosby. Everyone wants a Mika Parson type player, don't they? They want those sacks. But when you look at finishing near the bottom of the league in quarterback pressure rate, it's got to be that priority. Booker's shown promise, recording 4.5 sacks in final 10 games after he returned. That's still not good enough. That's less than half a sack a game. And when you're and that was at the business end of the league. So they could be going for that top tier edge. This will be the first time since the draft of Leonard Floyd that they've strengthened both the starting unit and overall depth. So some prospects. Personally, I think that these ones here would be a great upgrade. But I don't think they'll be around by the time it gets to pick 25. Arvo Reese, elite athlete, Mika Parsons type versatility. He can rush, drop, move inside and outside. And you got David Bailey from Texas Tech. He's a pure pass rush production monster. Elite PFF grades and consistent pressure rate. And the boy from Miami, Ruben Bain Jr. is powerful, explosive, and he plays a lot bigger than his size. And he's already proved to be top competition. Then we've got left field options, which I think are probably going to be more if we're going for the edge. Derek Moore from Michigan. Strong versus run and pass. He's balanced, but he's not elite in one area. And there's Akeem Mesidor from Miami. Very productive in his college time. Double-digit sack potential. But he's a slightly older prospect with some high output. Then we look through the other aspects. I think majority of the focus will be on that defense. I saw last year some good picks in the receivers. With 5 receivers over 700 yards last year, which is great to spread out that love. But I think the second mount safety. Look at defensive tackles, centres, offensive tackles, but I do think that the priority will be that edge.
So Bills Mafia, let's have a look at what I'm thinking for the draft. So free agency's wrapped. We are still hungry Bills fans, and to be fair, the Buffalo Bills didn't just tread water, we have reinforced, we've tweaked, and we have kept that Super Bowl window wide open. But now, this is where it gets interesting, because sitting in that war room with Brandon Beane and Joe Brady pulling the strings, we've got picks. We've got a contender, and we have got my man, Josh Allen. But this is where you don't just draft well, you draft to win now. So the question is simple, Bills fans. What pushes us over the edge? Where are the real upgrades? So let's break it down with what I'm thinking. So for 2026, add a true impact edge rusher. The Bills need a young explosive pass rusher to pair with Greg Rousseau and eventually replace aging veterans. The defense depends on pressure and the Bills lack speed and bend threat. Rebuild the linebacker room. We all want that drafted wide receiver with separation. DJ Moore and Keon Coleman are solid, but we do need a long-term dynamic playmaker who can win quickly and create the catch, and a wide receiver early on is definitely still in play. Strengthen the secondary and again add more to the defensive tackle. So what I'm thinking, edge rusher wise, who I want to see the Bills pick, Cassius plus bend, and he would be a perfect defensive player. But if we go in terms of a wide receiver, there's so many receivers I'd like, but Casey Concepcion, elite separation, yards after carry, elite. Denzel Boston, big smooth vertical threat, or Mark Cooper Jr., polished route runner. Safeties, we do need a future star there, a new starter. Cole Bishop is the only long-term piece here. Good target built, Bud Clark. He's a ball hawk with range. But then defensive tackles, run defense, definitely need to improve on that run defense this year. Maybe target Caden McDonald, he's massive, powerful, good run defender. Or Elijah Griffin, again explosive and an interior disruptor. Also a cornerback if we can. The Bills, we need a young CB behind Benford and Hairston, but again maybe Benjamin Morrison, maybe Jabba Muhammad. But I think what we're going to look at in round one, the Bills are going to go for an edge. Cassius Howell's my man. Wide receiver, I want us to go for KC. Bottom line, the Bills 2026 draft should be about injecting youth, speed and explosiveness into that defense while still adding a high upside wide receiver to support JA. If they hit edge and linebacker early, the rest of the roster does become a lot more sell. Let's go Bills!
So snappers, this is where we put our money where our mouth is with the Snappers HQ first round mock draft. Yeah, pick one. This one, everyone knows this one. I think people would be silly not to bet against Fernando Mendoza being pick one.
It's got to be the most money on pick ever.
But could there be something come up and have another Shador Sanders and Mendoza goes in round 5?
It's got to be.
No.
He's got to go first pick. He's definitely got to get first pick. I actually think, I mean, we're talking one Raiders here. If 1 and 2 are different, I'll be shocked. Because I think every expert in the world is saying the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll be shocked if anyone in 1 and 2 have picked anyone different. Surely not.
They are, to me, the number 1 and number 2 prospects out of the in the 2026 draft. Yeah. So we're there. We're both going Fernando Mendoza, pick 1. Pick 2 for the Jets, Arvel Reese from Ohio State.
It's got to be in it. I can't see anything
Yeah.
past those two for 1 and 2.
No. It is a waste. But, hey, that's a magic cover draft, isn't it? It's, all the best players can't go to the best teams, can they? But man, I would love Arvel Reese of the Bears.
I'd love him at the Bills. I'd have him at the Bills all day long.
Yeah, exactly. On to pick 3 for the Cardinals. I'm going for Spencer Fener, the offensive tackle from Utah.
I've gone for the big boy in Miami, old Francis.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why, but I can't pronounce his last name. So, Francis M. Oh, there we go. The OT
Malagoa.
from Miami. So, I'm going for him.
Yeah.
He's my Cardinals pick.
Yeah. But it's very, very defensive heavy, isn't it? This the beginning of this.
I think you're going to
Which is-
see in the first top 10, there's going to be so many defensive players.
Yeah. So that moves us on to the Titans. Not a great season last year, was it? They brought in their franchise QB. Didn't work, did it really? But I've gone for Rubus Bain Jr. from Miami, edge.
Same, man. I think you can see from the Titans, that's obviously where they're going to look, and a lot of people are saying similar. So I've gone for David Bailey. Both edges. I think if the Titans get over those picks, both quality edge rushers, yeah, I've gone David Bailey.
Yeah, it's moving on to the Giants and the first of their 2 picks in the first round. So I've gone here for linebacker Sonny Styles from Ohio State. 2 consistency, 2 back-to-back NCAA championship appearances, 1 win, and then a loss this year to Mendoza's Hoosiers.
Man, I'm with you. I'm going to Ohio State alumni there, old Caleb Downs.
I think John Harbaug's teams have always got a commanding presence in that middle linebacker. I think either there, wouldn't it, really? Would
I wouldn't be surprised if you picked either. You're right, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for either of those.
Yeah, and they might go again. Caleb Downs in the next. Yeah. But on to the Browns at 6. Not going to tease everybody with a QB pick this year.
No, definitely not this year. Again, though, we've gone for the same position.
Yeah, I think offensive tackle is what they need, isn't it? They've got to give some protection.
Gone from your man from Utah, or Spencer
Fener.
I've gone for him. But I do think they'll go. The Browns, I've got a feeling, I'm taking faith from what Brad said to us when he came on. The Browns, I think, might do all right this year.
If they pick well.
Yes.
So I've gone for Monroe Freeling from the Georgia Bulldogs. Because Spencer Fener, for me, could go to the Cardinals.
Think
Ahead
he's
of
going.
that, but yeah, I think he's gone earlier. But if he's still there available, then I'd take Fener over Freeling. But the Browns need to protect their pocket, don't they?
Just looking for our first picks. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, out of our first 6 picks, we've actually picked each team for the same position but different player.
Yeah.
Or apart from the first 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, on to the Commanders here. So, there's our first, apart from the first 2, which was obvious, pick 7. We've both gone for Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame.
I think everyone's saying this as well, aren't they? A lot of people are picking that he's going to go to Commanders because all the teams with the earlier picks all looking to strengthen in other areas, but Commanders probably do need that running back.
They've got to give Dan Daniels some breathing space, haven't they? He's got to throw too much, I think.
Yeah.
If he can get some respite and stop taking those bad hits, if he can hand it off to a big boy with some speed, Jeremiah loves his man. And then on to the Saints at 8.
We're matching again.
Matching again, yeah. Colonel Tate from Ohio State. Impressed at the combine.
Got a lot of love for this man. I think he's good.
Yeah. It's. I don't think he's going to be around in round 6 when you get to picking up a wide receiver. So you'll miss out on him. And on to the Chiefs. So it's a funny one for the Chiefs.
We've literally switched from our Titans pick to our Chiefs picks, just the other way around.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so they're both in the top 10 for the edge rushers. I've on David Bailey from Texas Tech.
Yeah, man, I've literally just gone the other way. Ruben Bain Jr. Yeah, again, I think both will go in the top 10. Whoever picks who, but I think they'll both go.
Exactly, yeah. It's again, I take both of them for the.
Definitely, man. But I think the Chiefs are definitely going to look at the edge.
There's going to be some jealousy when I'm watching the draft.
Yeah.
All these players that are in my top 20 as it gets down to pick 27 come to the Giants, which is the pick that they got from for old Sexy Dexy.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah. So I think here they're going to go for Caleb Downs from Ohio at safety.
Do like Caleb Downs. Obviously, I've got him going a little bit earlier. No, I've got him going to the Giants anyway. What am I on about?
Yeah, you've got him going early.
I agree. You will go to the Giants. But I think they'll look at the cornerback. So I've gone for a pick that you've obviously got elsewhere. So I'm going Mansour Delaney, the LSU CB, pick 10 for the Giants.
Good pick from there. So pick 11 for the Dolphins. To be fair, we could have put anybody for the Dolphins because they need every position.
Yeah. I feel so.
Exactly, yeah. But tight end, they need a target, don't they? They need someone in the up top, and then someone that can give a bit of help for the running backs and help for the QB there.
I couldn't even tell the Dolphins tight end is at the minute.
Not one that's putting up numbers, I'm guessing.
No, not one that's making us think he's the man. Definitely not.
And he's not in my first 20 picks of a tight end for my fantasy team.
No. 100% no.
So I've on Kenyon Sadiq from our...
I think, again, this is just a random pick, obviously. I went for Keldrick Falk, the edge from Auburn, so I think they look at the edge.
Again, in another position which most teams, apart from probably 4, could take that edge.
So many people looking for players like that in the draft.
Look at what gets you through to Super Bowls, what gets you through to playoffs, and having that elite edge gives you the edge.
Does indeed, mate.
Yeah. So I think here we've gone some different one. So moving on to pick 12 for the Cowboys, I've gone for the Mansour Delaney at quarterback, who you went for the Giants.
I went Sonny Styles, man. And do you know what? Now I've picked it, I'm thinking, would he drop that far? But
yeah,
something in me had it going there, so I went Sonny Styles going to the Cowboys.
Well, it depends on the Giants, doesn't it? So whichever one the Giants take for me. So if they take Caleb Downs and Mansour Delaney, then he'll be that low. Yeah. I've gone for Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs for the Giants. I think he's that.
Right.
I think he's that kind of player, isn't he? He'll fit in with their establishments, I think, and they'll give improvements. They've been sneaky a little bit. I think the Cowboys. I think America's team could do some damage in the draft.
Got a couple of first round picks in there, haven't they? So
yeah,
about my lovely Rams.
Yeah, I love the Rams. Interesting that we've gone for their first pick to be a wide receiver, given their current wide receiver is getting a little help. We've gone for them getting a little bit of help on the field.
I think they will go wide receiver. One, the old Puka Nakua situation, and I also think someone as a long-term replacement for Devontae Adams. That's why I think they'll look at someone bringing in. There's some good wide receivers out there.
There is indeed. I think overall, I think they've got to be looking at with this draft. Because they'll probably squeeze another season out of Devontae Adams, and when you got Papa Stafford, I think they've got to be looking at a wide receiver and a QB in the first, as high up as they can get, just to get people in the building, just to learn from them. I've got Mackay Lemon at USC.
I went Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. I think people are a bit concerned of his injuries, aren't they? But
Yeah.
he's mega.
But it's different. So I was listening to a podcast yesterday talking about John Tyson. Is he injured because he's having to play every game up and every minute and every run and every play at Arizona State? If he was at, say, Indiana or Alabama, would he have had more depth around him?
Well, I think when he gets drafted, which I'm sure he is going to, obviously, he's not going to play every rep, is he? So,
No, he's down there. And he can come in and he can get working with Devontae Adams. He looked after himself, hasn't he? Apuka is just a beast.
not a bad wide receiving club for either of those to come into.
It's not, no. To come in and learn, get some yards. I think it's hard for a wide receiver coming in into a team that's not got one. We look at some players haven't really had chance to properly shine. Like at Xavier Worthy, we know he's got talent at the Chiefs. He's not really pushed on, has he, from that aspect? And then you got bad injuries for Malik Neighbours. What could have contributed that he was pushed too much in his first season, in his rookie season? But we'll see. Onto a strange one next for the 14th pick with the Ravens.
I found this one hard to do for the Ravens,
Yeah.
actually. Even doing my research, what everyone else was picking, reading up on people, I was unsure, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really know where. Like, I tried looking at the depth charts. I tried looking at, but I just went with the one of the trends. Just get some more people in there to get some space for King Henry and Noah in there. So I've gone for offensive tackle, offensive Marigoa. I think you've gone for him early on, haven't you?
I got a bit earlier up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had him really early, actually. I think I've got him around Cardinals, going to the Cardinals.
Yeah. So he might not be there for the 14th pick, but
You never
Yeah,
know
we'll
in this draft, do you?
no.
I've got the Ravens going for Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon.
That's not a bad shout there. It's you can always do with some tight ends, can't you? It's and especially a lot of not hatred, but a lot of a bit of high profile mistakes, weren't there, from Andrews?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they start bringing in some young blood in there. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, there was because Isaiah Lackler's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think Andrews. He had 2 or 3 jobs last year, didn't he? So we'll see.
Then he had that big one against the Bills the year before.
Yeah, he's still a great player. I just think if they get some competition in there for him, Isaiah Likely was getting on a bit, not really meeting the numbers, was he? So a little bit of competition. And another one that was difficult for me at 15 was the Bucks.
I had no idea who to pick for the Bucks.
We don't know what. It's hard to say what direction they're going.
Yeah.
They've tried a few times, haven't they? At getting an old shake and bake, some help and some. So I know they're saying that. Yeah. So I've gone for Caden Proctor from Alabama, Roll Tide, offensive tackle. I think a lot of the time, cornerback, I think, is where a lot of the pundits are saying they're going to strengthen. You can when I'm not sure, I always go let's try and protect the QB.
Yeah. I mean, I went Vega Lone from Penn State. Again, just reading what a lot of people are saying. No other reason. I couldn't think of anyone else. I couldn't think, to your point, where they were going. So
I like the way that you just put Vega. It's irony. He's not trying to pronounce his first name.
No job.
But I think though it's they get sacked a lot, don't they? So both Jackson and Shakenbait got hit a lot in the last year. So I think either of those getting some protection in that offensive defense. Yeah. So about the Lions. I thought we missed the Jets, didn't we?
The Jet. We're always forgetting the poor Jets. Who could forget the Jets fans?
Exactly. Yeah. So interesting one here. They can quietly start building a decent roster, can't they?
They can. The Jets, if they look defensively and then look offensively with their second pick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've gone offensive tackle. The boy McCoy from Tennessee.
I was looking at they're going to go wide receiver. Again, I think they'll look at someone, to your point there, someone on the other side of the ball now in the second pick. They definitely need to improve the Jets, obviously.
Yeah. A lot of people are going for Tyson, aren't they?
See that? I've seen a few people saying Tyson.
Yeah, that's because I think, well, he's super talented.
Yeah.
It's whether or not the teams take a risk on him higher up, isn't it? Yeah. Will he go there?
I went for Kyle Lemon at the Jets, so I think they'll look wide receiver. But like you said, I think for the Jets, see what they go for.
Yeah. He was my pick for the Rams. Was Buchanan.
I like him a lot. I'd love him at the Bills. Yeah. I'd love everyone at the Bills.
I'd love a lot of these at the Bills. All I've done really is picked all the players that I want. So now we have the Lions and offensive tackle. He's got the name of rugby fans of a running back almost, of a Caleb Lernu.
I think we're both fair to say they're going to look for an offensive tackle. I went Monroe feeling. I think everyone knows that's what the Lions are looking for. That's what they'll be digging.
Yeah, I think I've gone Feeling. I think Feeling's gone earlier in the draft for me, but I think he was right. I think actually Feeling would be a good fit.
I think he'd do well at the Lions. That's what I'm thinking behind it. I think he would be good there. Yeah.
Because didn't they release Taylor Decker?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they need to bring somebody in, don't they? They don't need somebody, and they don't need somebody as polished as. I think it's probably better for them to come in there for Campbell than mould somebody, isn't it?
I think that's exactly where they'll go. I think they'll definitely go OT. Vikings, pick 18.
It is strange because they're still going to put their eggs in the basket, aren't they? They're still going to keep with the QB and the wide receivers, who are more injury prone than old Joey Burrows.
I think they're going to go for it. I think they'll have someone on there. They're going to go for a cornerback in my eyes. So I had McCoy from Tennessee.
Yeah. I went safety. Dylan Tiedemann from Oregon.
Like him. I like him.
It seems like a very Vikings pick for me. So I'm to pick 19 for the Panthers.
Well, I had your man from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Going to the Panthers. So it'll be quite close in our draft picks.
It's indeed. So I look at teams like the Panthers. I look at the way they play, and I always think that they need more. If they could shut up shop more. If we take this in a soccer mentality aspect, these are the Burnleys, aren't they? These are the Sean Dyche Show managed teams. If you can just get a season or so where you don't let many points in, and then you start to force those turnovers, and then you can have to build. But it just seems they just seem to be stockpiling and ending careers of wide receivers and QBs, aren't they?
Yeah.
But now it's Omar Cooper Jr. is the favourite at the moment.
Ooh, I like him as well.
This will be the third straight year for them going for wide receiver in round one. If that's
I'm going for it.
I must say, yeah. Yeah, so I've gone defensive lineman, Peter Woods from Clemson.
We're going to prove the theory wrong. They're going to buck the trend this year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's... How many people can you get Bryce Young to throw at until they realise it's not the wide receivers the issue? Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see. We shall see. And then we're back to the same again. The Cowboys at 20. Pulling out an offensive tackle here.
I think so. That again makes sense, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah. I think cornerback is where the pundits have them. What do we go for the first aspect?
We've gone Blake Miller, haven't we, for this one? Which is cool.
Yeah, I went cornerback in the first pick.
Yeah, I went linebacker. So
yeah, so that switch out there, don't they? If they can get some size and speed on the offensive tackle and the defense, I think that'd be a good.
I think they'll improve on
good first round
for them this year. It'd be a good first round for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Who we got next?
Next up is the Steelers.
Ooh.
Steelers. I was looking at like you've gone for the wide receiver. Casey Conception's favourite.
The Steelers. Well, we'll see if nobody on the line. Well, I've not picked him here.
Exactly, yeah. Well, if you think that they've got Metcalf on there, and they brought in Pittman Jr. in the trade window. So I think, but getting another year out of Aaron Rodgers, and then are they going to hope there's going to be another QB next year?
Maybe. Are they thinking someone like Archie Manning next year?
He's going the New Orleans Saints.
He'll be at the Jets.
No. It's the rumours were that he dropped out of joining the draft because the Saints would have had him. But no, so I'm thinking going for Ty Simpson.
I like
the Alabama.
I like him a lot. I think that's a good shout as well. Because you're saying now, I think they probably need someone to be in there now.
Yeah,
not a bad.
I look at the way that Rodgers was brought through. He was brought through as a rookie with an established QB, an experienced QB in there, and then that happened at the Packers, didn't it? So I think that it'd be if I was picking, if it was my choices, I think Steelers. They've got a decent offense, yeah. And then you got Michael Pittman, who can become your wide receiver 1 next year.
Yeah, true.
If DK Metcalf doesn't continue, it wasn't slowing down, was he?
No, he wasn't. He was a beast again last year, weren't he? He was brilliant. I've got him going for a wide receiver just to add some more to the depth, really. Amari Cooper Jr. Because I don't want anyone else going to the Bills.
Yeah. So Chargers, I've gone for I'm going to try and pronounce it. Oliver Vega, Ione, from Penn State, offensive lineman.
Well pronounced, mate. Well pronounced.
Yeah.
I went for Akeem Mesidor, the edge from Miami. I think, again, the Chargers might look at an edge, but again, what do we know?
I'm hoping you're wrong, because that's at this point, I think he's one of the best left.
I think it's very good, yeah.
And the Bears want one. And the Eagles, we've both gone here, mate, for the defensive tackle.
Yeah, I went Caden Proctor.
Yeah, he's a boy from Alabama.
Like him a lot as well.
Yeah. I've gone for Mac Iananka. I guess.
Good enough, mate.
So, Max from Arizona State, offensive tackle.
That's the one, yeah.
I mean, Lane Johnson, he's turning 36 next year, 36, 37. And he started missing a lot of games.
I think this is the right move for the Eagles.
Yeah. That's how we've both gone. But do you reckon he's dual position, isn't it, Proctor? He was quite hybrid, wasn't he, and flexible at Alabama.
I think they'll use him as an OT, the Eagles thing.
I think so. I think, yeah. That's what we need to. Yeah, I don't think either will be ready to start straight away, but they'll be good coming into for a succession plan for Johnson. It'd be sad to see him go. He was one of the old school.
Yeah.
One of the old guard. So the Browns, again, sneaky for Brad.
And the Browns.
Chief UK. Yeah, so I've gone wide receiver, so I think that they could go for Jordan Tyson.
Be a good fit there.
Yeah, if I think I've gone for an offensive tackle in the earlier picks. I think if they get some protection for whoever they're going to put at QB. Rumours still that Dylan Gabriel will be there until 2060.
Hey, we get down there, you never know.
Well, yeah. And if they do put the trust in Shador, we don't know yet. I've see what they're going to think in there. So with that, they need someone to aim at. So I've gone for Jordan Tyson.
I went for a safety, the boy from Toledo, Emmanuel Warren, the safety. Again, no real reason. Just think that's
no, it's pure chaos and reasoning that we've gone for. Most of the pundits are going for offensive tackle. They're going for
exactly. That's what it is. So,
but we've got an offensive tackle in there earlier pick, haven't we?
For the next one, position wise,
exactly. So the Bears. It's no secret that the Bears need an edge. After a phenomenal season, 5 sacks, and 3 of them came in the regular season finale.
Oh, we do need someone to come in there then.
Yeah. So the Bears need some pass rush help. So I've gone for Akeem Mesidor from Miami. I think that because he's a little bit older, I think that's not going to be an issue for Bears. I think that'll be an extra tick in his box He'll be a bit more potentially mature in his outcome and the way he looks at things. He won't need as much guidance as some of the youngsters do. And there's a very young team being built by Johnson. So, yes, I'm going edge there.
I think that's a real sensible pick if the Bears do manage it. I've actually got them obviously going higher up in the draft. I think everything that you said there, I think any team would be thinking, hang on, this is someone that we could... I have also got the Bears going for an edge. I've got TJ Parker out of Clemson. But I can see what you're saying with the Bears. I think that would be a good pick.
TJ Parker would be good. But he's just a beast, isn't he? He's just...
yeah.
So I think I've got him going early in the draft, but I think Messidor, I think he fits the philosophy, I think. So I've been there. So on to the next one, the Bills.
I think it's no secret that every Bills fan wants us to get a wide receiver. Do I think we'll get a wide receiver? No. Do I want one? Of course.
So I think you get one. I think Chris Brazil from Washington. I think that he may still be available later in the draft.
Yeah.
He's not your typical, whilst he is quick, he's not your typical speed merchant in those. But he's a big guy. He acts almost like a tight end, says before we start recording. And when you're looking for that get out of jail, it's easier to target the big man than it is to try and loop something over into a speed merchant. It kind of gives you that dual threat out wide. Once he's got speed, he's got big reach. Yeah, so I've gone Chris Brazil. I think that you may get him in maybe third round instead of here.
Yeah. So my boy I've gone for, and I've made no secret, I'd love the Bills to get this guy, KC Concepcion. I think he is brilliant. I think if we keep Coleman, we've got DJ Moore, whose contested catchability is absolutely brilliant, but we do lack a true separator who can get through quickly, and that's why I watched his tapes now. I've been doing all the research on him. This boy has to come to Buffalo if we get him. If we're going for a wide receiver, I want this guy. If not, happy to take Cassius Howe as edge, but I think that's where we'll go.
Yeah, it's a lot of people talking about defensive tackle, aren't they? Being a weak position. Yeah, it's you need someone to do the dirty work. So don't know who to go for there, but I think it was evident last year, wasn't it, that it was too easy to play through.
The run game against us was too easy, so if we don't address that this year, we'll have the same problems again. But we have brought in a lot of defensive players in free agency as well, so we'll see.
Yeah, so on to pick 27, the 49ers. I'm going wide receiver. So I'm thinking that with Kittle being potentially not available and could require surgery, I wouldn't look at replacement for tight end, but I would just maybe stack in your receiver department to take some pressure off. And I'll have a look at the guy from Indiana. Some good players for the Hoosiers there, but will he be still available at pick 27?
Yeah, I've got him earlier, and I do like him as well. He is very good. I've got him going for an offensive tackle. But then when you say about the tight end situation, the 49ers, you're right, actually. Part of me think now, would they be looking at a tight end? But I did, an our draft pick, I have picked Caleb Lenu, the offensive tackle from Utah. So,
good player.
Yeah, I like him. I don't think he'll be there, though, to be honest, that later in the draft.
No. I've gone higher up, haven't I, in the draft with Caleb. 17 of the Lions, I think I've gone for. So I picked Texans. So I've gone defensive lineman, Caden McDonald.
Like
my highest edge. Yeah. The Buckeyes.
Have him at the Bills as well. I like him a lot, actually. So to add to defensive line, I would have him. I think he's very good. I went for Chase Bisontis from Texas A&M. I like him as well. Can see him going there. Texas boy. Who knows?
Could do, yeah. Yeah, it's you never know when. I think it's nice when that happens, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
when they stay local and they're at the draft with the family and everything.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Not so much when you get down to like the 7th round or whatever it is. and you're still there. You look a bit more dishevelled than you were on day one. But
yeah, no, definitely.
So we'll go for the Chiefs on their second pick. Yeah, so I'm on cornerback here. So I think it's they lost 2, didn't they? In the free agency, in the trade and the free agency. Trent McDuffie and Jenna Watson, they both went. So I mean, they need to plug a gap. that's my reason. And I know that Avian Terrell was probably the best cornerback left at this point of the first round.
You're right. And actually, you see, you've picked cornerback, and actually, I hummed and hard between would they look at another wide receiver, or would they look at someone like Colton Hood from Tennessee? I almost put him at the Chiefs, but I did go wide receiver. I picked Denzel Boston.
Yeah.
I was humming and hawing, was unsure.
They need help. They need help at receiver, don't they? They need to be looking at their overall offense, don't they? And the edge. It's they need some young blood. Is Jerry Worthy with all his skill? Is he still the one? Couple of injuries. Yeah.
So I mean, you never know. Yeah. To the back end of the draft now, the final three.
Exactly. Yeah. So this was we had the Broncos, didn't we? But because they traded all their things. But for me, well, I've gone for Kedrick Falk for edge. But I think that won't change whether it's the Dolphins at pick 30 or the Broncos at pick 30.
Yes.
They both would like that position. And
You're
Dolphins
right.
like any.
And they'd like anyone.
Yeah. Please, sir.
Yeah. I've gone linebacker, CJ Allen, Georgia.
Yeah.
Who knows? Again, this draft could be anyone's.
Yeah. And the Dolphins could surprise us all and pick a quarterback.
Yeah. Mendoza, he's off to the Dolphins. They had it here first.
Yeah. When we have the last year's Super Bowl runners-up, New England Patriots, we can just say that every team is an edge. I would like
We all
one.
need someone.
Yeah. And that's what most of the pundits are going for. Their first round pick will be an edge. Back on linebacker, I've got CJ Allen from Georgia, who you got going for the Dolphins in the previous round.
I think he'll be good.
him. Yeah.
I think he will be good there. I mean, I've actually looked at this a few times, and I think if we don't get, I'm worried that they might pick an edge themselves, the Pats, and go for Cassius Howe. That's what I worry about the Pats now.
Yeah, well, they were tied for 22nd in sacks last year. That's it's a strange stat as well, isn't it? Because it's if you don't concede a lot, which they didn't really, did they? Then do you need an edge, or need to improve your edge? This is going to take some editing. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to edit this.
Where do you get to that?
You've just said that you're going to send Cassius Howe out as an edge. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's the best of what's left, isn't he? To make sure you haven't already picked him.
No, I said I'd like them to go to the Bills, but if we can't get
You'd
him,
like everyone to go to the Bills.
I would.
So it moves on to the last year's Super Bowl winners with the 32nd pick of the 2026 draft, the Seattle Seahawks.
I've gone
So
picking
for Colton Hood. Good choice. Yeah, I think he'll be an interesting upgrade for them.
back again. Good pick again.
No. Yeah, it's difficult, wasn't it? So, how do you improve the best team in the NFL?
How do you improve the
From last
Super
year.
Bowl winners? Yeah.
Well, they lost their star man, though, didn't they?
They did. So losing Kenneth Walker will be a big blow to them. But I think great team, the Seahawks. I think they'll definitely look at what you've got there, safety, cornerback. Definitely look again to strengthen that already.
So I went safety because I know that Kobe Bryant's come to the Bears.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. But can they replace Kenneth Walker?
Big ask for whoever comes in there for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Snappers,
Yeah.
mock drafts complete. Will we be right? Probably not.
Yeah, but tune in next week to find out.
Alright, it's that time. We've handed the mic over to the real GMs, the Snappers.
And by GMs, we mean people with varying levels of confidence, knowledge, and in one case, absolutely nothing whatsoever.
Which honestly makes them more qualified than some of the front officers.
Shots fired already. Yes.
Just
Let's get into it.
So Gilly, we start with Gilly from episode 5, and I'm not going to lie, this could be my favourite one.
Yeah, this is strong. So first of all, Broncos, no first round pick.
And why? Because they traded for Jalen Waddle, who again I would love to the Bills.
Which he describes there as a great move in my eyes. But he's not wrong, really.
Nah, you're right, man. Gilly's running vibes-based roster construction, and I have full respect for it.
To be fair, though, he actually nailed the needs. Tight end, running back, O-line, bit of help in the secondary. It's a real shopping list.
Then he does get serious, though. Round 2, Eli Stowers at tight end, or Jadarian Price at running back. Sounds good.
Yeah, round 3, Marcus Mbao on the O-line. But he's suspiciously competent.
Yeah, I don't like it, actually. Gilly's coming too prepared, but I guess it's what we asked for.
It's indeed. So, got about being prepared. Next up, Raider Ross from episode 9.
And he opens up with, please bear in mind, I have zero knowledge.
Immediately there, we have some elite honesty. He's a real snapper, that one.
He says he's only here because I forced him into it, but that is also true.
Yeah. But then somehow, despite all that, he gives us a quarterback, a defensive tackle, and a cornerback.
Someone has definitely been doing their homework.
Yeah. Well, the first one really is gone Fernando Mendoza, first pick. Yeah. Jazan Newton somewhere.
Yeah. And then.
Sauce Gardner in a trade.
Man, where did he get that from?
Yeah, we just pick him up in 2027. No worries, casual.
Ross has definitely been playing Madden franchise mode with literally the salary cap turned off.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I respect the ambition. Dream big, Ross. Dream big.
Next up, Danny Boy, fresh off what he's calling a Super Bowl disappointment.
Which is a sentence most fan bases would love to say, by the way.
Yeah, you're right, but Pats fans are different.
Yeah, he's gone O-line heavy, left guard or left tackle, depending on what happens with Campbell.
Wide receivers probably still a need. Ed Rusher to support Landry.
I mean, he's throwing some names out there, which we don't like. Casey Conception, Zion Young.
Casey, not going there, mate. Danny's in full rebuild mode. This is a therapy disguised as draft analysis.
Yeah, it's not mock draft. This is emotional recovery.
Then we've got our man, 2 Minute Mike.
Who took significantly longer than 2 minutes to respond.
Oh, what a surprise. And after all that, he's gone.
The Colts' first round pick. Absolutely nobody.
Mike has now actually officially watched enough Colts football. He's done. He's out. He's clocked out.
And it's not analysis, it's just acceptance. And then finally on to Jess.
And Jess, fair play to her. She came in with a full draft board.
Yeah, she's not messing around. She's already annoyed. We've got 2 picks and we still won't get good ones.
That's a proper fan's mindset, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but she's gone running back, cornerback, and guard as her 3 needs.
First pick, Jeremiah Love.
Then pick 10, Mansell Delaney at corner.
But fair play to her. She's even factoring in injuries, concerns over McCoy's ACL.
That's scouting department level detail there.
Round 2, guard options are lined up. Prengan, Bisontis. Woo.
Yeah, Jess has built a full strategy while the rest of you are trading for Sauce Gardner in 2027.
No names. Raider Ross. So to summarise,
Gilly's accidentally competent.
Raider Ross is definitely building a fantasy super team.
Danny's healing.
Mike has retired mid-draft.
And Jess is ready to take over as GM immediately.
Honestly though, some of these are better than what we're about to see on draft night.
Which means we fully expect all of them to be completely wrong.
As in tradition though.
Our snappers, keep them coming, because when it all goes sideways,
we will definitely be revisiting these.
Hold you accountable.
So Snappers, this is our final thoughts. This draft class is balanced, deep and full of players who can contribute immediately.
Whether you're watching for your team's next franchise quarterback, a defensive cornerstone, or the next breakout skill player, this draft has something for everyone.
Thanks for listening to Mind the Snap. If you want deeper dives on any of our prospects we've covered today, from Jamal Love to Fernando Mendoza, just tap the links and we'll break them down.
And don't forget you can find us everywhere. On X at Mind the Snap Pod, TikTok and Instagram at Mind the Snap Podcast,
and everywhere, everything in one place on our link tree. Just search Mind the Snap or hit the link in the description.
So season 2 is coming. Bigger, louder,
More chaos.
worse predictions,
And believe it or not, somehow even more confidence.
and remember, we're back reacting and reviewing everything from draft night.
So if your team nails it,
Don't forget we called it.
and if they completely mess it up,
We definitely didn't.
so until next time,
Mind the
Snap.
Snap.